It's a fresh new week. And I haven't done one for a couple of weeks. I didn't want to do any of these anymore because it seems like as soon as I do one, I get the trolls out. But I'm going to do one because I like the trolls coming out and giving me some views. So yes, I've got another weekend sales. I'm going to show you what I've sold over the weekend. It's been pretty quiet last week, but when I went to my nan's, it's suddenly the Friday, the Saturday, and the Sunday went crazy. 21 or 22 sales in a matter of 3 days. Some awesome sales. And guess what? All that Lego sold within them 3 days of me putting them on. So absolutely brilliant profit on the Lego. That's going to be in this sales video. Tell you what I have sold. Obviously the thumbnail as well. Biggest sale of the week was this, and it was my Guitar Hero from the Xbox 360 boxed, and it made me £130 after profit just over £105. That was the sale of the week. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you the Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays sales, and then tell you what I got over the week, how many sales I got over the week, and then that will be it for the video. I just want to say a massive thank you and a big shout out to all my new subscribers, plus my old OG subscribers. Some really nice comments over the last few days. My last video from Talkski is absolutely smashing it. I think it's got like 1,300 views and it's not even been out for 24 hours. If you haven't seen that, it will be at the end of this video in a link, so go and check it out. It's me going to a different car boot, basically, somewhere miles away from where I live, testing out the waters in a different area, and I pick up some actually quite good stuff. But let's get on with the sales. Let's show you what I've sold in the last 3 days, and then comment down below, what total do you think I got at the end of the week? Do you think I made a couple of £100, or do you think I made a couple of £1,000? Comment down now, tell me what you do, and the winner of the closest guess will get a high five. So we're going to go into, I got my little book. This is where I put all my sales in. I put it on the computer as well, but I like to have physical evidence, you know, because if the computer breaks, that's it. It's gone. First sale of Friday was my Delsey hard shell suitcase. Loved it. I was going to keep it for my holiday because it's bright yellow. You cannot miss that suitcase. It is absolutely stunning. I picked it up for £5. Sold for £30, making just over £19 profit. Next is one of my Lego pieces. So I had some Lego. If you haven't seen that video, I bought a big massive bundle of Lego and I separated it all. It took me a whole day to go through it. If you want to go and see that video, then it's last week. It's probably about 2 or 3 days ago. If you're interested in Lego, it's a great video to go and watch, because there's more to it than just buying Lego and selling it, you know. So go and check it out if you want to. Lego 7710 is my first one. It sold for £20, making me £17.07. Reason why it's made me so much profit is because it's classed as free. I have sold all my Lego pieces over the weekend. So what I did, I bought this Lego and I bought it all for £20, and I said I'm going to split it up. The most expensive set out of them all, I will take the £20 off that one. There's no point me taking the £20 off that or splitting it in to £5 each. I thought, well, let's just put it on the big one, take off the £20 off that one, and then every other set will be absolutely free. Well, that's how it works. So yeah, free to buy, because obviously it's all going on the big set, which I sold, and I made £17.07 profit. Lego Castle 6080. All of the Lego I bought was vintage. This was also free because it wasn't the biggest lot I had. Sold it for £50. So it literally went on, and within, I don't even think it was even on for an hour, it sold straight away. The brick walls I could sell for £30, and all the other pieces with it, the knights and everything, probably underestimated it. But I think the whole complete set is worth about £200. So I thought, well, 50 quid's quite good because it's not complete. It's nowhere near complete. And I made a £43 and 14p profit. The next item, I actually lost money. It was something ages ago. Last year, I saw an iPhone 4S and I thought it was £2, and I thought this could got to be worth a bit of money. It was white. It's really nice condition. There's nothing wrong with it in like look wise, but I've never ever tested it. I never bought a charger for it because it needed a certain charger, and I was thinking I don't really want to buy one because I can't be bothered. It was one of them things that spur the moments, and I thought, well, untested, it's probably worth about £6-7. If it worked, it's worth a lot more. I sold it for £1.99. I bought it for £2. I lost 53p. So I got like just under £1.50 back off of my money. So yeah, never going to buy phones again. They're not worth it. The last item I sold on Friday was my Target briefcase. I did a video about this last week saying how to make £100 in your lunch break. And then somebody comments saying, well, it's not £100 you're making because you haven't sold anything. Well, I've sold one thing now. I sold it for £24.99, bought it for £6, making just over £13 profit. So that's one thing I've made within a week, straight away. So on to Saturday now. I was at my nan's. I was in Wakefield. All these was going off while I was going around the car boot because the car boot was on a Saturday. And the first thing that sold was another Lego set, completely free again. It sold for £19.99 and I made a £15.44p profit. Next, I sold a Hugo Boss shirt. I've had it for ages. I paid £7 for this because I thought, oh, Hugo Boss. It's a really nice shirt. Nothing wrong with it. Sold it for £12.50. Like I made just over £2 profit. Waste of time. That's why I don't really bother with clothing. Next one was a Enchanto puzzle. Paid £2.50. Sold it for £6. I only made £2.40. I haven't made many big sales this week, except for a few ones, the Lego and obviously the guitar. Hungry Hippos 1980s one. Picked it up recently for £3. Sold it for £19.99. I think it was on one of my videos. I said I would sell it for £19.99, and I have within probably a week of having it. Now, my biggest sale of Lego. This is the one where I'm taking the £20 off. So I sold load of Lego. This had the fire engine station. I think it had a plane, airport. It had space thing in there and a digger and loads of figures. On Saturday night, and said, I'll give you £60 for it. I went, you can have it. And I sold it, making a £29 profit after fees. Literally minutes after, I sold a Lego helicopter because I know that's the cheap one. Sold that for £6.50, making just under £5 profit because that was free. All the Lego I bought on a Wednesday or Thursday, I've sold within 2 or 3 days of putting it on. I paid £20. In profit, I've made over £140. Absolutely smashed it on that Lego. Last sale of Saturday was Louis, the orangutan from the Jungle Book. I paid £2 for him, sold him for £12.99, making just over £8 profit. The first thing I sold on Sunday was my last Funko Pop Black Panther 4-pack. Picked these up from B&M when they had a 20% sale up at Christmas. Paid like £17.99. Sold it for £34.99. Making just over £10 profit. And that's what you would make. When people say, oh, you don't make much profit or nothing, What do you think shops do? Do you think shops make like 34 quid on an item when they sell it for 34 quid? No, they don't. They make tiny little profits, but they sell so much, it all, you know, it all mounts up. You know, the more sales you do, the more money you're going to get. The next one is obviously the Guitar Hero. I've already mentioned it. I picked this up for £5 and I sold it for 130, making £102 profit. It was the Rock of Legends. It was a white guitar. I bought the Xbox game because it was missing. But yeah, it was all boxed. I knew I could sell it. It was on for 150. Somebody gave me an offer of 130 and I took it. Next was a Paw Patrol Dino truck. Picked up for £6.50. Sold it for $19.99. Next, I bought a bundle of PS1 controllers. So I think I bought 4 or 5, all for £1 each. I've sold one of them so far, and I sold it for £9, making just over a £6 profit. Next, I bought a Care Bear last week, a pink one, heart lock one, for £2. Sold it for $9.99, making just over £5 profit. All small little things, but they all add up. Next was something I bought when I first started reselling, which was a Winnie the Pooh Royal Dalton christening like plate. Picked it up for 50p, sold it for $4.99. It's only took a year and 3 months to sell, but finally it's gone. Dead stock, I don't care. Once it's gone, and I'm glad, because that was something I took to a car boot. I was going to get rid of for £1. So I made a little bit more money. I made like £3.47 profit, so it's better than nothing, isn't it? Next is one of my favourite items of the month, and it's a For Real Friends Tiger. Picked this up when that store reopened up in Shrewsbury, and I've sold it. Paid £8, sold it for £35. Picked up a set of 1989 Teletubbies, the whole set, in excellent condition. I think one had a few, like a bit of peeling on his face. Sold them all on Vinted for £10.50, making a £7.50. I cannot wait for Vinted to go pro. If you don't know about that, yes, Vinted are going pro. If you want to know a bit more information about that, I can do a video about that if you want me to. And the final sale of the week was a comic, an Uncanny X-Men comic, and I sold that for £8. I also, which I haven't mentioned, last week I sold a load of comics. Somebody came to my house and bought 60 quid's worth of comics. He wants more, but he only has 60 quid on him, and he wants about 4 or 5 more comics, and they're the expensive ones, like 25 quid each. So hopefully he will come back. He's actually gave me his number as well, and I swapped numbers with him. So yeah, I've got a contact now for comics. So if I ever do pick up some more comics, I know who I can send them to. But yeah, couple of sales this week in the last few days saved my week. I would say the guitar definitely helped. The Lego obviously helped. But you probably want to know what my grand total was, what my sales were this week. In total, I made 37 sales, which is still really good. It's still more than I ever did last year. Profit, after all fees and costs and so on, I made £569.77. So it's still over £500 a week. And do I work 40 hours? Nowhere near. Probably about 20 hours. I do not work as hard as you think. It's just having it organised so you don't have to work all the time. I'm self-employed. I don't want to work 9 till 5. I don't want to work every single day. You know, I actually spend more time doing YouTube channels than I actually do listings and, you know, pictures and stuff like that. Obviously, the picking takes a while, driving about and stuff like that. But I do not spend 40 hours a week. And even if I did spend 40 hours a week, if I was getting over £500 a week doing 40 hours, that's still an okay wage, that is, you know. It's still over £2,000 a month, you know, and that's really, really good. And I'm enjoying it. So if you're not reselling or you're thinking about reselling, just try it. You're working in a 9 to 5 job, which you're getting minimum wage. You're working in a retail shop part-time, working horrible hours, probably not even seeing your family half the time. Why do that? There is so much out there. There's plenty of stuff. And people say, why are you giving the secrets away? Why are you trying to help people? Because there is like over 7 billion people in the world, right? I think a few resellers are not going to actually destroy the whole economy and all the sales are going to go like disappear because a few resellers appear. Resellers been going on way before I was born. Where do you think antique dealers come from? They're resellers, but in antiques. I should hope this helped you get out there and get picking and shows you that listing does actually work. And yeah, go and watch the video up in the corner. That is my last car boot sale. I picked up some really good items, and if you see any of the items what I picked, pick them up because you're going to make yourself a good bit of money. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again maybe tomorrow with another video.